Oh, put down whatever you're holding, little grand prize. Because tonight 2 people are fighting over you, and neither one of them knows the other's even in the ring. Ha! Isn't that just delicious? Stop. Everything. I mean it, wild card. I'm about to tell you something that's going to rearrange the furniture in that pretty little head of yours. And I know, sounds theatrical. But the energy tonight? It's not just wild, it's a 5-alarm circus. 2 people, 2 completely different people, are talking about you at the exact same moment. And neither one has the faintest, foggiest, funniest idea the other one's doing it, too. Spirit's been screaming this in my ear like a bad kazoo solo. And what I'm picking up is so loud, you need to hear it before the sun goes down on this little joke. The shift I'm seeing tonight is unlike anything I've felt in months. And trust me, sweetheart, I've felt a lot of things in months. What we've got is 2 rival magicians fighting over the same rabbit, both pulling, both yanking, both wanting full custody of your space, your vibration, your attention, your soul. Honestly, your soul. They want the whole rabbit. And here's the part that'll really knock the smile clean off your face. You think you already know who's holding the other end of that rabbit. You've probably got names lined up in your head right now like little suspects in a lineup. But the spirit realm is being very, very clear with me. Not who you think, prize. Not even close. So let's pull back the curtain, shall we? Because what's cooking spiritually right now is building this pressure. Thick, suffocating, like a room with all the exits painted on. And Spirit's confirming that everything that used to be just smoke and mirrors is turning into cold, hard steel. People are getting serious about how they feel about you. And they're talking. Loudly. The first one, the first one, has been watching your whole transformation from the cheap seats in the shadows. This is someone who watched you choose yourself, watched you walk out on people who didn't deserve an encore, watched you stitch yourself back together, stitch by stitch. And when you did that, when you stepped into your own spotlight, something in them cracked wide open. Because suddenly you weren't just a person anymore. You were the grand prize behind door number 1, untouchable, unclaimable. And that's exactly what's got them fighting for you now. They want you, all of you. And sharing? Sharing is not a word in their vocabulary, sweetheart. No, not a chance. This is a high-value individual, the type who usually gets exactly what they snap their fingers for. But with you? With you, they're powerless, and powerless makes people crazy, doesn't it? They've been trying to engineer a chance run-in, like it's a card trick with all the cards marked, because deep down they're terrified of the distance between you two. Terrified you're marching forward without them, especially without them. What I'm picking up is that they keep hunting for reasons, any reason, to cross your path, and it just is not landing the way they planned. So they watch, they wait, they compete quietly, like a chess player who forgot it's actually a knife fight. And the intensity, oh, it's almost obsessive. But don't worry, wild card. They don't want anything bad to happen to you. Of course not. They just don't want anybody else's name on the deed. Stop the noise. I've got a secret for you. Stop reliving the humiliation and start engineering your revenge. My 73-page guide, The Evolution of the Anomaly, is locked and loaded. Grab it in the description or pinned comment of this video. Keep that link open. Let's get back to the real meat of this. Here comes the twist. The one Spirit really wants me to underline in red ink. The second person is somebody from your past. And yes, I know, everybody says that. It's the oldest trick in the book. But this is different. This is somebody who genuinely thought they'd moved on. They were out there living their little life, doing their little routine, when, bang, a spiritual glitch in the system, and it dragged them right back to thinking about you. Thinking about you. Your energy is so loud it's like a rigged slot machine they can't walk away from, even mid-losing streak, even when every instinct tells them to cash out. And here's where it turns delicious. They are not okay, not even a little, with this other person circling. They don't want to lose you to somebody else. There's a fight happening, a real one, and both of them already know it. And this person isn't showing up with apologies, no. That's important, prize. Remember that. They're not here to soften anything or dress it up pretty. They're here because they cannot stomach the idea of anyone else having you. They're losing sleep. Actual tossing, turning sleep. Over the fact that the whole world is finally noticing you. That your light's shining loud enough to wake the neighbors. And they know they might have already blown their shot. And that's eating them alive. They're willing to fight for you. They're ready to march in and claim what they've decided is rightfully theirs. And they are not backing down without a full 3-ring brawl. Now, what I'm hearing about the space between these two is that one is fighting with pure ego. Wanting what they can't have, simple as a broken toy demanding attention. The other is fighting with something deeper. Call it genuine soul recognition, the kind that doesn't need a spotlight to feel real. One wants because they're denied. The other sees your real worth and simply cannot pretend otherwise anymore. And right now, in the spiritual realm, these two energies are colliding like a couple of clowns crashing the same unicycle. Have you felt that pressure lately? That itch under your skin, like something shifted, but you can't name it. That's the battle, sweetheart, for your attention, your heart, your time. Your precious, precious time. The universe is about to reveal something important. Who's real, and who's just running a con on your heart? See the first one? The Shadow Watcher has been digging for secrets about your private life. They want access, full backstage passes, everything. But the truth has a funny habit of leaking out, no matter how tight you tape the box shut. Now let me tell you what I'm hearing they're both saying about you. They both know you've been through the ringer. Big endings, real losses, pressure that would flatten most people flat as a pancake, the kind of thing that could break someone else clean in half. But you didn't shatter. You transformed, like a magic trick where the assistant steps out of the box, whole, better, sharper. And both of them agree. You didn't deserve any of it, but you handled it with a strength that's frankly breathtaking. And that strength? That's exactly the bait that's got them both circling the hook. They're talking about your healing, about how bright you're burning now, even brighter than before all the chaos, even after everyone who tried to snuff your candle out. They're amazed. Genuinely, one of them especially looks at you like you're some kind of miracle on a Tuesday. There's something almost holy in the way they see you. Like before you, they were watching the world in black and white, and after you, the color never turned back off. You handed them a whole new vocabulary for talking about spiritual things they didn't even know they believed in. You woke something up in them. And now they're competing with the other one, trying to prove they deserve you more. Funny thing about obsession, both of them remember everything, every word, every memory, filed away like evidence in a case they're both still building. When they think about you, I'm getting warm cheeks, a little flustered energy, because there are things being said to that other person that would absolutely make you blush if you overheard. Not cruel things, spicy things, the kind of things that make a person feel gloriously exposed. And they're saying it because they're both fighting hard, both trying to prove they know you best, that they've earned you, that they should be the one standing at the finish line. They're calling you beautiful, magnetic, one of a kind. They're saying how much they miss you when you're apart, how badly they want to talk to you. They've imagined a dozen little scenarios of what it'd be like to finally be close. And this isn't casual chatter, sweetheart. This is heart to heart. This is war. And both of them are willing to fight dirty to win it. These conversations go deeper than you'd think, deeper than a bad pun, and that's saying something. They're thinking about the quiet moments you two shared apart, hearing your name and jumping like it's a trick knife, seeing signs everywhere that circle back to you. They're thinking about the past, the future, everything in between. By simply knowing you, you've become the grand prize they're both scrambling for. Something faded and nostalgic, but also fiercely competitive. They both believe, deep down, that you belong to them. I'm also picking up that one of them especially has been thinking hard, maybe worrying, sensing that you need someone right now. They want to talk to you so badly it aches. They want to lift some of that weight off your shoulders because they can feel, really feel, that you're carrying a circus tent's worth of pressure alone. They're protective, fiercely protective, and they don't want you spinning every plate by yourself. If you're stressed, they want in. They want to matter, really matter. And that's what this whole competition is secretly about. They're bragging to the other person about your strength. I don't know how they're still spinning every plate on a blade, and not one's crashed yet. Amazed, genuinely amazed, that you keep juggling knives without flinching. And they love your mind, your weird, beautiful brain, your creativity, your delightfully eccentric charm that pulls people in, like moths to a very well-lit trap. But notice, they're bragging about it to the competition, like saying, "See, this is exactly why they're mine. This is why I win." Maybe you sing, maybe you paint. Doesn't matter. They love your voice. They notice everything, down to the last detail. And they respect you, genuinely. What I'm also picking up is that this person sometimes gets nervous, actually nervous, about talking to you. They get in their own head. What if I say the wrong thing? What if I fumble the punchline? Because they desperately want to get it right, want you to respect them back, don't want to look like a fool in your eyes. They're scared the other one gets to you first, says the magic words before they do, tips the scale. And that nervousness, sweetheart, tells you everything. Nobody sweats their words that hard, unless they're trying to impress somebody they actually care about. This person wants your attention badly, wants to be someone you're proud to stand next to. And they know. They know. There's real competition breathing down their neck. What both of them keep circling back to is your strength under pressure. They're amazed at how much you're juggling, how much you've survived, in absolute awe watching you keep every ball, every knife, every flaming torch spinning in the air without so much as a scorch mark. Amazed by you, like a song stuck on repeat in their skulls. Amazed that through all the chaos, you stayed steady, kept the show running, always showed up on cue. You don't walk off stage. And both of them are fighting to be the one standing in the wings when you take your final bow, the one you lean on, the one who gets to watch your next act unfold. And Spirit wants you to know. You have absolutely no idea how brightly you're actually shining. No idea the impact you're making. Your love is loud, sweetheart, and powerful. When these two talk about you, they're not gossiping in some dingy back alley. They're putting you center stage, under the brightest spotlight they've got, trying to convince the whole room how magnificent you are, how completely gone they are for you. And here's the punchline that really lands. They're saying all of this to each other, fully aware the other one is fighting for the exact same seat, the same person, you. Now here's what I really need you to sit with. The bond with one of them, especially. It's timeless, like a joke that never stops being funny, no matter how many times you tell it. Distance doesn't kill it. Silence doesn't kill it. You two stay wired together, even when the line's gone quiet for ages. This person might actually tear up thinking about you, missing you that hard, trying to play it cool, trying to act unaffected, and failing spectacularly, because it shows, darling. Stunned, utterly stunned. And the other one? Just as stunned, just as obsessed, just as ready to throw hands for a shot at you. And here's what I need you to really hear. This person is deeply, hopelessly in love with you. And they're telling the other person exactly that. They don't even need the words. It's obvious in how they talk about you, how they'd throw themselves in front of a truck for you, how they already treat you like something that belongs to them. Obvious as a bad disguise. And the other one? Just as obvious, just as far gone. And both of them are fighting tooth, nail, and every trick up their sleeve to make sure you know. It's them. It's them you should choose. They're the ones who've earned it. This is your grand finale, the moment the assistant steps out of the smashed-up box completely unharmed, more radiant than before she went in. You're rising, sweetheart, out of the wreckage of every relationship that tried to keep the lid shut on you. You've become something dazzling, blinding, practically untouchable. God kept the wolf in the clown mask off your porch. This is your master key. Both of them know you've learned lessons the hard way, dealt with people who twisted the knife and called it love. And at least one of them, honestly, both of them, is proud of you. Genuinely proud, fighting for the honor of getting to celebrate you out loud. They keep an eye on you, but not in a creepy carnival barker way. More like your loudest cheerleaders in the cheap seats, making sure you're still moving forward. And the one who hurt you? The house always wins eventually. And sweetheart, you're the house now. Your destiny's knocking, and knocking loud. You don't have to chase anybody anymore. The high-status life you've earned is finally catching up to you at a dead sprint. Look at who you've become. You left so much garbage behind, you could open a landfill. And they both talk about who you used to be, sure, but mostly they talk about who you are now, and who you're turning into next. But here's something important, Prize. Listen close. These two aren't just idly daydreaming about you. They're actively strategizing, running full campaigns you can't even see. One's positioning themselves as the safe bet, the one who gets you, who's already been there through the fire. The other's playing the growth card, the one who sees your future, who swears they can take you somewhere higher. They're both calculating their next move like chess players who forgot they're actually holding knives. And here's the fun part. They both think about you at night, lying awake, staring at ceilings, waking up mid-dream, still thinking about you. You've become their obsession. And don't worry, not the creepy kind. The I genuinely cannot stop thinking about you kind. It's consuming them both. The first one's probably refreshing your profile like a slot machine, analyzing every story for a hidden clue that you might be thinking of them too. The other's doing the exact same thing, mirror image, hunting for the same signs, desperate to be the one who notices first. I'm picking up that one of them's been leaving little breadcrumbs, or let's be honest, a trail of marked cards, hoping you'll follow it right back to the dealer. They're being strategic, not direct, because direct is scary when the competition might swoop in the second you turn your back. So they wait, they watch, they hope you'll make the